Hey folks, welcome to another round of Modern. We have Harley Smale playing Glimpse of Tomorrow, versus Rob Adelberger playing quote Red Black Pile. It's more like Rakdos mid-range type shenanigans, or Harley called it scam deck. But yeah, we're gonna lead on a swamp and what looked like a Mishra's Bobble. Misty Rainforest. Pass. Now the Glimpse of Tomorrow deck is a Cascade combo deck. If you don't know how it works, let me pull it up so I can read Glimpse of Tomorrow. But it's basically Warp World. No, it's not a Flesh and Blood card. There we go. All right. So we're going to ignore the suspend thing because we're cascading into it. So it's the fact that you shuffle all permanents you own into your library, then reveal that many cards on top of your library. Put all non-Aura permanent cards revealed this way onto the battlefield. Then do the same for Aura cards. Then put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So what you do is you generate a lot of tokens through various effects like Colony Garden and Wave Sifter and other things. And then you cast Shardless Agent or Violent Outburst, and then you just kind of pick all your stuff up, shuffle it, and then hope to wheel your way into some wild effects. So like you can, there's Risen Reefs in the decks, Omnath in the decks, Evoke Elementals in the decks, because why wouldn't there be? And there's a lot of really cool interactions that you can do. There's the Thoughtseize coming down. You can see the deck a little bit with two Risen Reefs and Endurance, Violent Outburst, and an Unknown card. If the Violent Outburst is the only Cascade card he has, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to take that. Looks like another Endurance is the card. The other card, it is. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what you're supposed to do. Rob is fetching here with a Prismatic Vista, finding a mountain. Risen Reef, excellent card for trying to get more permanents onto the board. This deck does a lot of cool things. We recorded this in round 3, so both players are currently 2-0. I know Harley beat Amulet Titan in round 1. I don't know what he played against round 2. But the deck does things. So we're going to be fetching, putting all those cards into the Dothy pile. Because if you don't know what Dothy the Voidwalker does, when a card is sent to the graveyard by your opponent, it is instead exiled with a void counter on it, and then Dothy, you can tap him and sack him. And play that card. Or cast that card. Alright, we got a Risen Reef coming down here. Culligan's Command, making Harley discard a card and shocking the Risen Reef. And there comes a Ragavan Nimble Pilferer. So we know Harley has the ability to do a Glimpse combo here. He's also just like not in a spot where he's about to die. He's staring down the barrel of 5 damage, but he can play out the Risen Reef. Get a trigger, hopefully get a land into play. Plays Cavern for turn, passes. So he currently has 5 permanents. There is a cool play that he, if I remember correctly, that he does. That was pretty sweet. I don't remember if it's this game or not, though. Alright. I see a Chandra Torch of Defiance in Rob's hand. Looks like we're casting that. Going to... Alright, down ticks on the Risen Reef. Alright, Harley takes 5, goes to 5. Evokes an Endurance out. So definitely stacking it where it's like the evokes on the last thing that's happening, using the endurance effect to shuffle away Rob's graveyard. Which I think Rob is actually just shuffling his deck, and it's not what you do. But I don't know if we caught that in time. What endurance says is you shuffle the graveyard to the bottom of the deck, but it's okay. I mean, yeah, it's okay. Rob was like a little nervous about being on camera, so. And then before the evoke trigger, we're going to Violent Outburst. That way, we're able to cast the Glimpse the Unthinkable, or Glimpse of Tomorrow before the Endurance dies. That way, you can get shuffled back into the deck. Alright, and here comes the Glimpse. We're going to shuffle some permanents away and see what we land on. Rob's just going to give it a little read here. The Cascade cards are going to go on the bottom, and then I'm pretty sure everything just gets shuffled together afterwards, so. And so we're going to wheel our way into, I believe it was 5 permanents. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, not exactly the place you want to be. There's a lot cooler permanents in the deck to hit. However, he is going to get 6 things out of this, so the Colony Cardinal will come in tapped. It'll make a plant. I think Harley has a mana floating from one of the lands that he played earlier. So depending on what he hits here, he might be able to go again. Alright, so puts the Outburst will resolve, Endurance will come in. He has 2 fetches. Oh, he has a Shardless Agent in his hand, so he can fetch twice, go to 3. I hope Rob doesn't have a Lightning Bolt in his deck, / in his hand, and then cast the Shardless Agent and go again. Getting an island and a forest. Needs to find an answer to the Dolphy Voidwalker, though. He plays Fury, so that's a good answer. He also could just, like, roll into Omnath and then lands and gain life again. Alright, Shardless Agent. Cascade trigger. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not counting the entire time. Getting a good look at his deck. Seeing some cards here. There's a glimpse. And we're going to be doing 6 permanents this time because of the Colony Garden plant token. Resolving Glimpse. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, gets 2 lands out of it, 3 lands out of it, because it hits Colony Garden again. Putting the Stomping Ground in tapped. And then getting a lot of triggers. Earth 3 is going to trigger 3 times? Yeah. Fury's going to go 2/1/1, killing the board. Heart's going to investigate twice, making 2 clue tokens. And then he's going to get to draw cards, / put a bunch of lands into play. And then Shardless Agent will also then resolve. Or I guess, would Agent resolve first? Oh, I drew an Omnath too. That's a good spot to be in. Alright, and just like that, Harley now has 1, 4. I actually don't know how big the goldfish is. He has some power on the board. Rob currently has nothing besides a treasure token and 4 lands. I see Mishra's Bauble, what looks like a Kroxa. Oh boy. Alright. Kroxa comes down. Harley discards something that isn't a land, so that way he doesn't die. Looks like he discarded... no, I don't know what that is. Because he kept the Fury in the Omnath. It's going to dash a Ragavan. It's going to block the Fury. Fury will kill Ragavan. Going to untap and draw here. This deck looks like a lot of fun. I think the only thing I don't own from this deck is the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Harley is very close to being able to cast Omnath. I mean, he could shock go to 1. Hope to hit. Oh, the round clock's not going. Interesting. I wasn't here for the match, really. I wasn't at the computer doing the life totals for this match. We had a old Yu-Gi-Oh buy that had come in. I hadn't gotten up to work on that. I mean, the Omnath play draws him 2 cards. Right, it's gonna go to 1. Plays out Omnath. Into draw a card, Risen Reef trigger. Not sure exactly how he's stacking it. Drawing the card first, then doing Risen Reef. Alright. Looks like he has a Cavern of Souls in his hand. So he can gain 4, go to 5. How big is Wave Shifter? I mean, I'll be able to figure it out, assuming the math is correct off that. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, he already played a land for turn top. Alright, and Rob's going to pick it up. We're going to go to game 2, right into game 2. Alright, leading on. Bloodstained Mire into double fetch land. Going to check the top of Harley's deck. Imagine he's going to check the top of his deck as well. No? Okay, let's go into the upkeep. Colony Garden's going to make a plant. Yeah, it's weird. A typical playline that you'll see is that the player will check the top of their deck with one of the Mishra's Baubles to see if it's a card you want to draw. Or if, like, you need lands. And then they can use the second one to check on the opponent. But maybe Rob is just set on lands and doesn't really need anything else. Alright, there's another Dothy Voidwalker. Rakdos Dothy Pile, maybe? What do I name this deck? I can't just call every Rakdos deck Rakdos Midrange. It doesn't help the search engine results. That is bad search engine optimization, kids. Looks like Harley's fetching. I didn't see what he used. I'm going to guess it was a Misty Rainforest. There's an island. Alright, blue to green. Going to evoke out the fish. We're just going to investigate twice, make 2 clue tokens, and then the fish will die. Or get exiled, but it's fine. Harley was able to increase his permanent account from 1 to 2 to 5. Glimpse of Tomorrow, man. It's honestly a really cool deck. I never we had a couple people who would play it sparingly at the shop, but you know, I never really watched them. We didn't have them on camera, but watching Harley play, it was really cool. Also, like, weird combo decks makes my heart go flutter flutter. There's a Ragavan coming down, or getting dashed. Attacking in for 5. That's going to go to 14. That Omnath is not getting cast this turn. Not enough treasure tokens for that one. The monkey words. The monkey will return to the hand, because dash will finish its ability. We're going to fetch here at the Tarn. Interestingly, we don't have many people who play Teamer Crashcade at the shop right now. Or Living In. We don't have any Cascade players at the shop. That's interesting. The local metagame is always like, it's always different. Alright, here comes Shardless Agent. Hits a very early glimpse. Alright, so 5 permanents. Harley's going to get 5 cards. Or 5 brand new cards to play around with. Brand new might be an understatement, but we will see. One, two, three, 4, and 5. So the Violent Outburst will just go on the bottom of the deck. That is a land plus 2 Fable of the Mirror Breakers, which is going to make 2 Goblin Warrior tokens, and an Endurance, which will shuffle Rob's Graveyard to the bottom of the deck. I think this is when I noticed the shuffling thing, and I was like, wait, no, that's not how this works. Yeah, because that's him pulling out the 7. Or the cards that were on the bottom of the deck and fixing it. Using Rock Lobsters and Paper Tiger. Or Scissors Lizard. Cool card from an old unset. Pretty sure it's a lizard. Can Rob sack Dolthy to play the Glimpse? Be kind of cute if he could. Not gonna lie to you. Just right here, like, boom. Can go get 5 permanents. Alright, attacking with Dolthy, Harley's gonna go to 10. Harley's gonna go to 9, fetching out here. Cool option that Harley has next turn is if, like, let's say, I don't know, he doesn't draw any lands. He can attack in with the 2 Goblin tokens, create 2 treasures, and then if he has to, before damage for some reason, he can, like, Violent Outburst and Cascade. But more realistically, I think he has a Shardless Agent in hand. So, ooh, he can go Colony Garden here and then do that play. So you can finish the attack with the tokens, and then in main phase 2. Do some Cascade shenanigans. Alright, so the Saga's going to uptake. Harley's going to be able to discard cards to draw here. I think he's just discarding 1 here on this one. Alright, Colony Garden's coming in to make a plant, making another permanent. Alright, Invoke Sphere does 2/1/1. Alright, attacks in for 4. Gonna put Rob to 14. Making 2 treasures. His tokens are really cool. Alright, here comes Shardless Agent. I got the Cascade trigger for, and Glimpse is going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 permanents. Oh god. That's a big Glimpse. Alright, let's see what he gets here. It's like a gotcha mission. It's like watching like a gotcha game and people are pulling like, oh, does it get good permanents or does it hit only lands? Let's find out. It's dumb, but Primeval Titan. Let's put it in the deck. And go get 2 lands off of it. More permanents. Alright, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so Outburst is going to go on the bottom of the deck. Going to get some, yeah, I was going to say, an Omnath. Yeah, and Rob's just going to scoop it up. Harley's going to take it 2-0 with Glimpse of Tomorrow Cascade combo. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a great rest of your day.